first carry for Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And a really unbelievable play there on fourth and long. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on fourth down. Lance to throw for it on fourth down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got a man. It's Amari Rodgers complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lance. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They run with Mostert off the option.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something is just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Lance going to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after try forthcoming. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Running on 1st down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple.
And it's second down.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
And Lance now to throw.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
As the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
And the 49ers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before half for Lance.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Yeah, showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. On 1st down, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let... Your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's got daylight. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Adams.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it is 28-0.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They hand it off to Mostert. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 51.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
54, Mike 54. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Night, sweetheart. 54.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, a run with Mostert.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mostert. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Back to throw. Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now the Pack. Going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
So we got man. 51 the mic, boys. 51.
On play action. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Rodgers going to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Check. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Inside. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet half